Di dalam kelas bisa diaktifkan juga kameranya ya. Mbak Herina, ya, oke, terlihat kok ini. Pak Sofita ya, Pak Adinda, diaktifkan ya kameranya ya. Oke, Mas Gatut, thank you. Mas Viko, Bu Farida, sambil kita menunggu Yukari, kita ada beberapa tontonan terlebih dahulu ya, Mbak dan Mas sekalian. Yang lain saya mohon untuk diaktifkan ya kameranya ya. Meskipun di dalam kelas, tapi melalui laptop masing-masing bisa diaktifkan. Oke?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di pendidikan biologi dan ilmu pendidikan Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. Rumah bagi putra-putri terbaik dari seluruh Indonesia untuk berkarya, berinovasi, dan mengembangkan diri untuk kejayaan bangsa. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi membekali mahasiswa dengan wawasan keislaman dan keilmuan yang kuat, minat keunggulan di bidang pendidikan berorientasi lesson study, dan ilmu biologi murni berorientasi lingkungan. Diampu oleh dosen profesional yang memiliki keterampilan di bidang pendidikan biologi dan biologi murni, yang akan siap mengantarkan putra-putri terbaik bangsa menjadi sarjana pendidikan yang unggul. Bernaung di bawah Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang sebagai Universitas Islam terbaik dunia versi 4ICU pada tahun 2021, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP memiliki akreditasi A oleh Badan Akreditasi Nasional Perguruan Tinggi atau BAN-PT dan tersertifikasi internasional oleh ASEAN University Network Quality Assurance pada tahun 2017. Dilengkapi fasilitas yang menunjang dalam hal pembelajaran, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi memiliki laboratorium yang terstandar dan telah terakreditasi oleh Komite Akreditasi Nasional. Selain itu, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP juga memiliki jurnal yang terakreditasi Sinta 2, serta merupakan member dari Education Resource Information Center milik Education Department of United States of America, yang menjadikan pendidikan biologi FKIP UMM menjadi prodi terbaik versi Sinta pada tahun 2020. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM telah menjalin kerjasama dengan berbagai institusi dan perguruan tinggi baik di dalam dan di luar negeri. Selain menjadi guru dan pendidik, profil lulusan Prodi Pendidikan Biologi juga memiliki kompetensi menjadi peneliti di bidang biologi dan menjadi wirausahawan. Tercapainya profil lulusan didukung dengan berhasilnya Prodi Pendidikan Biologi mendapatkan hibah bergengsi Center of Excellence Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka oleh Kemendikbud Republik Indonesia pada tahun 2021. Implementasi dari kegiatan MBKM yaitu program pertukaran pelajar, kegiatan asistensi mengajar di sekolah, kegiatan KKN Desa Tematik membangun Desa Anggrek, magang unggulan kelas Anggrek, dan penelitian bersama dosen, yang masing-masing kegiatan mendapat pengakuan setara dengan 20 SKS. Terdapat pula program menarik lainnya seperti ekuivalensi kegiatan atau produk dengan kegiatan skripsi. Jadi bisa lulus tanpa skripsi. Pastikan kegiatan-kegiatan ini akan sangat mendukung program fast track mahasiswa dengan total studi hanya 3,5 tahun. Selain itu, terdapat program sertifikasi profesi yang wajib diikuti oleh setiap mahasiswa Prodi Pendidikan Biologi, sehingga sebelum lulus, mahasiswa memiliki kemampuan di bidang kewirausahaan dan tersertifikasi oleh Badan Nasional Sertifikasi Profesi. Telah banyak lulusan dari Prodi Pendidikan Biologi yang menjadi guru dan pendidik yang tersebar di seluruh pelosok Indonesia. Begitu juga dengan alumni yang menjadi peneliti di berbagai lembaga nasional. Serta alumni yang menjadi wirausahawan sukses, seperti alumni yang berhasil menjadi seorang edupreneurship dengan mendirikan Tursina International Islamic Boarding School, serta masih banyak alumni-alumni sukses dari Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM. Tanpa perlu ragu, ayo bergabung dengan Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM sekarang. Pendidikan Biologi UMM terdepan menginspirasi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di program studi Pendidikan Biologi Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. Rumah bagi putra-putri terbaik dari seluruh Indonesia untuk berkarya, berinovasi, dan mengembangkan diri untuk kejayaan bangsa. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi membekali mahasiswa dengan wawasan keislaman dan keilmuan yang kuat, minat keunggulan di bidang pendidikan berorientasi
Selamat datang di kelas unggulan anggrek Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM. Kelas unggulan anggrek atau yang biasa dikenal dengan KUA hadir untuk mewujudkan Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. KUA akan meningkatkan kompetensi mahasiswa di bidang budidaya dan bisnis anggrek. Kehadiran KUA akan mempercepat kelulusan mahasiswa dan mempercepat mahasiswa mendapatkan pekerjaan atau berwirausaha. Pilihan bisnis pada komoditas anggrek sangat prospektif dan menjanjikan karena tren bisnis anggrek semakin meningkat. Pasar anggrek terbuka luas dan memanggil pemerhati anggrek untuk menguasai pasar lokal, regional, nasional, maupun internasional. Program studi pendidikan biologi telah bekerja sama dengan berbagai pihak di bidang budidaya dan pemasaran anggrek untuk menguatkan kompetensi lulusan. Salah satu bukti keberhasilan kelas unggulan anggrek adalah lulusan yang sukses menjadi pengusaha anggrek. Oleh karena itu, jangan ragu. Mari bergabung bersama kelas unggulan anggrek Pendidikan Biologi UMM untuk masa depan yang cerah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di program studi Pendidikan Biologi Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. Rumah bagi putra-putri terbaik dari seluruh Indonesia untuk berkarya, berinovasi, dan mengembangkan diri untuk kejayaan bangsa. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi membekali mahasiswa dengan wawasan keislaman dan keilmuan yang kuat, minat keunggulan di bidang pendidikan berorientasi lesson study, dan ilmu biologi murni berorientasi lingkungan. Diampu oleh dosen profesional yang memiliki keterampilan di bidang pendidikan biologi dan biologi murni, yang akan siap mengantarkan putra-putri terbaik bangsa menjadi sarjana pendidikan yang unggul. Bernaung di bawah Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang sebagai Universitas Islam terbaik dunia versi 4ICU pada tahun 2021, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP memiliki akreditasi A oleh Badan Akreditasi Nasional Perguruan Tinggi atau BAN-PT dan tersertifikasi internasional oleh ASEAN University Network Quality Assurance pada tahun 2017. Dilengkapi fasilitas yang menunjang dalam hal pembelajaran, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi memiliki laboratorium yang terstandar dan telah terakreditasi oleh Komite Akreditasi Nasional. Selain itu, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP juga memiliki jurnal yang terakreditasi Sinta 2, serta merupakan member dari Education Resource Information Center milik Education Department of United States of America, yang menjadikan Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM menjadi prodi terbaik versi Sinta pada tahun 2020. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM telah menjalin kerjasama dengan berbagai institusi dan perguruan tinggi baik di dalam dan di luar negeri. Selain menjadi guru dan pendidik, profil lulusan Prodi Pendidikan Biologi juga memiliki kompetensi menjadi peneliti di bidang biologi dan menjadi wirausahawan. Tercapainya profil lulusan didukung dengan berhasilnya Prodi Pendidikan Biologi mendapatkan hibah bergengsi Center of Excellence Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka oleh Kemendikbud Republik Indonesia pada tahun 2021. implementasi dari kegiatan MBKM, yaitu program pertukaran pelajar, kegiatan asistensi mengajar di sekolah, kegiatan KKN Desa Tematik membangun Desa Anggrek, magang unggulan kelas Anggrek, dan penelitian bersama dosen, yang masing-masing kegiatan mendapat pengakuan setara dengan 20 SKS. Terdapat pula program menarik lainnya, seperti ekuivalensi kegiatan atau produk dengan kegiatan skripsi. Jadi bisa lulus tanpa skripsi. Pastikan kegiatan-kegiatan ini akan sangat mendukung program fast track mahasiswa dengan total studi hanya 3,5 tahun. Selain itu, terdapat program sertifikasi profesi yang wajib diikuti oleh setiap mahasiswa prodi pendidikan biologi, sehingga sebelum lulus, mahasiswa memiliki kemampuan di bidang kewirausahaan dan tersertifikasi oleh Badan Nasional Sertifikasi Profesi. Telah banyak lulusan dari prodi pendidikan biologi yang menjadi guru dan pendidik yang tersebar di seluruh pelosok Indonesia. Begitu juga dengan alumni yang menjadi peneliti di berbagai lembaga nasional, serta alumni yang menjadi wirausahawan sukses, seperti alumni yang berhasil menjadi seorang edupreneurship dengan mendirikan Tursina International Islamic Boarding School, serta masih banyak alumni-alumni sukses dari prodi pendidikan biologi FKIP UMM. Tanpa perlu ragu, ayo bergabung dengan prodi pendidikan biologi FKIP UMM sekarang. Pendidikan biologi UMM terdepan menginspirasi.
UMM pasti lulus tepat waktu, bekerja, dan mandiri.
Selamat datang di kelas unggulan Anggrek Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM. Kelas unggulan Anggrek atau yang biasa dikenal dengan KUA hadir untuk mewujudkan Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. KUA akan meningkatkan kompetensi mahasiswa di bidang budidaya dan bisnis anggrek. Kehadiran KUA akan mempercepat kelulusan mahasiswa dan mempercepat mahasiswa mendapatkan pekerjaan atau berwirausaha. Pilihan bisnis pada komoditas anggrek sangat prospektif dan menjanjikan, karena tren bisnis anggrek semakin meningkat. Pasar anggrek terbuka luas dan memanggil pemerhati anggrek untuk menguasai pasar lokal, regional, nasional, maupun internasional. Program studi pendidikan biologi telah bekerja sama dengan berbagai pihak di bidang budidaya dan pemasaran anggrek untuk menguatkan kompetensi lulusan. Salah satu bukti keberhasilan kelas unggulan anggrek adalah lulusan yang sukses menjadi pengusaha anggrek. Oleh karena itu, jangan ragu. Mari bergabung bersama kelas unggulan anggrek pendidikan biologi UMM untuk masa depan yang cerah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di program studi Pendidikan Biologi Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. Rumah bagi putra-putri terbaik dari seluruh Indonesia untuk berkarya, berinovasi, dan mengembangkan diri untuk kejayaan bangsa. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi membekali mahasiswa dengan wawasan keislaman dan keilmuan yang kuat, minat keunggulan di bidang pendidikan berorientasi lesson study, dan ilmu biologi murni berorientasi lingkungan. Diampu oleh dosen profesional yang memiliki keterampilan di bidang pendidikan biologi dan biologi murni, yang akan siap mengantarkan putra-putri terbaik bangsa menjadi sarjana pendidikan yang unggul. Bernaung di bawah Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang sebagai Universitas Islam terbaik dunia versi 4ICU pada tahun 2021, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP memiliki akreditasi A oleh Badan Akreditasi Nasional Perguruan Tinggi atau BANPT dan tersertifikasi internasional oleh ASEAN University Network Quality Assurance pada tahun 2017. Dilengkapi fasilitas yang menunjang dalam hal pembelajaran, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi memiliki laboratorium yang terstandar dan telah terakreditasi oleh Komite Akreditasi Nasional. Selain itu, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP juga memiliki jurnal yang terakreditasi Sinta 2, serta merupakan member dari Education Resource Information Center milik Education Department of United States of America yang menjadikan pendidikan biologi FKIP UMM menjadi prodi terbaik versi Sinta pada tahun 2020. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM telah menjalin kerjasama dengan berbagai institusi dan perguruan tinggi baik di dalam dan di luar negeri. Selain menjadi guru dan pendidik, profil lulusan Prodi Pendidikan Biologi juga memiliki kompetensi menjadi peneliti di bidang biologi dan menjadi wirausahawan. Tercapainya profil lulusan didukung dengan berhasilnya Prodi Pendidikan Biologi mendapatkan hibah bergengsi Center of Excellence Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka oleh Kemendikbud Republik Indonesia pada tahun 2021. Implementasi dari kegiatan MBKM yaitu program pertukaran pelajar, kegiatan asistensi mengajar di sekolah, kegiatan KKN Desa Tematik membangun Desa Anggrek, magang unggulan kelas Anggrek, dan penelitian bersama dosen, yang masing-masing kegiatan mendapat pengakuan setara dengan 20 SKS. Terdapat pula program menarik lainnya seperti ekuivalensi kegiatan atau produk dengan kegiatan skripsi, jadi bisa lulus tanpa skripsi. Asik kan? Kegiatan-kegiatan ini akan sangat mendukung program fast track mahasiswa dengan total studi hanya 3,5 tahun. Selain itu, terdapat program sertifikasi profesi yang wajib diikuti oleh setiap mahasiswa Prodi Pendidikan Biologi, sehingga sebelum lulus, mahasiswa memiliki kemampuan di bidang kewirausahaan dan tersertifikasi oleh Badan Nasional Sertifikasi Profesi. Telah banyak lulusan dari Prodi Pendidikan Biologi yang menjadi guru dan pendidik yang tersebar di seluruh pelosok Indonesia. Begitu juga dengan alumni yang menjadi peneliti di berbagai lembaga nasional. Serta alumni yang menjadi wirausahawan sukses, seperti alumni yang berhasil menjadi seorang edupreneurship dengan mendirikan Tursina International Islamic Boarding School, serta masih banyak alumni-alumni sukses dari Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM. Tanpa perlu ragu, ayo bergabung dengan Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM sekarang. Pendidikan Biologi UMM terdepan menginspirasi.
UMM pasti lulus tepat waktu, bekerja, dan mandiri.
Selamat datang di kelas unggulan anggrek Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM. Kelas unggulan anggrek atau yang biasa dikenal dengan KUA hadir untuk mewujudkan Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. KUA akan meningkatkan kompetensi mahasiswa di bidang budidaya dan bisnis anggrek. Kehadiran KUA akan mempercepat kelulusan mahasiswa dan mempercepat mahasiswa mendapatkan pekerjaan atau berwirausaha. Pilihan bisnis pada komoditas anggrek sangat prospektif dan menjanjikan, karena tren bisnis anggrek semakin meningkat. Pasar anggrek terbuka luas dan memanggil pemerhati anggrek untuk menguasai pasar lokal, regional, nasional, maupun internasional. Program studi pendidikan biologi telah bekerja sama dengan berbagai pihak di bidang budidaya dan pemasaran anggrek untuk menguatkan kompetensi lulusan. Salah satu bukti keberhasilan kelas unggulan anggrek adalah lulusan yang sukses menjadi pengusaha anggrek. Oleh karena itu, jangan ragu. Mari bergabung bersama kelas unggulan anggrek Pendidikan Biologi UMM untuk masa depan yang cerah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di program studi Pendidikan Biologi Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. Rumah bagi putra-putri terbaik dari seluruh Indonesia untuk berkarya, berinovasi, dan mengembangkan diri untuk kejayaan bangsa. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi membekali mahasiswa dengan wawasan keislaman dan keilmuan yang kuat, minat keunggulan di bidang pendidikan berorientasi lesson study, dan ilmu biologi murni berorientasi lingkungan. Diampu oleh dosen profesional yang memiliki keterampilan di bidang pendidikan biologi dan biologi murni. yang akan siap mengantarkan putra-putri terbaik bangsa menjadi sarjana pendidikan yang unggul. Bernaung di bawah Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang sebagai Universitas Islam terbaik dunia versi 4ICU pada tahun 2021, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP memiliki akreditasi A oleh Badan Akreditasi Nasional Perguruan Tinggi atau BANPT dan tersertifikasi internasional oleh ASEAN University Network Quality Assurance pada tahun 2017. Dilengkapi fasilitas yang menunjang dalam hal pembelajaran, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi memiliki laboratorium yang terstandar dan telah terakreditasi oleh Komite Akreditasi Nasional. Selain itu, Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP juga memiliki jurnal yang terakreditasi Sinta 2, serta merupakan member dari Education Resource Information Center milik Education Department of United States of America, yang menjadikan Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM menjadi prodi terbaik versi Sinta pada tahun 2020. Prodi Pendidikan Biologi FKIP UMM telah menjalin kerjasama dengan berbagai institusi dan perguruan tinggi baik di dalam dan di luar negeri. Selain menjadi guru dan pendidik, profil lulusan Prodi Pendidikan Biologi juga memiliki kompetensi menjadi peneliti di bidang biologi dan menjadi wirausahawan. Tercapainya profil lulusan didukung dengan berhasilnya Prodi Pendidikan Biologi mendapatkan hibah bergengsi Center of Excellence Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka oleh Kemendikbud Republik Indonesia pada tahun 2021. Implementasi dari kegiatan MBKM yaitu program pertukaran pelajar, kegiatan asistensi mengajar di sekolah, kegiatan KKN Desa Tematik membangun Desa Anggrek, magang unggulan kelas Anggrek, dan penelitian bersama dosen, yang masing-masing kegiatan mendapat pengakuan setara dengan 20 SKS. Terdapat pula program menarik lainnya seperti ekuivalensi kegiatan atau produk dengan kegiatan skripsi, jadi bisa lulus tanpa skripsi. Asik kan? Kegiatan-kegiatan ini akan sangat mendukung program fast track mahasiswa dengan total studi hanya 3,5 tahun. Selain itu, terdapat program sertifikasi profesi yang wajib diikuti oleh setiap mahasiswa Prodi Pendidikan Biologi, sehingga sebelum lulus, mahasiswa memiliki kemampuan di bidang kewirausahaan dan tersertifikasi oleh Badan Nasional Sertifikasi Profesi.
So before we go, I would like to greeting my friends. Yukari, how are you?
Hello everyone, I'm good.
Hello. All right, good. So please, all my students and also another student from other university, other department, could you please just turn on the video because our occasion today we're gonna start by Mbak Salsabila as your moderator, and then after that, Mbak Salsa will lead our occasion today. Mbak Salsa, are you ready?
Yes.
Halo Pak Salsa, nice to meet you.
Can you guys hear me? Halo Kak Yukari.
Yeah. Aduh.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mirta.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you for the chance, Pak Mirza. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Salsabila Royhana. In today's event, I will be the master of ceremony and the moderator and basically everything else. So today, you guys have already read the pamphlet, right? So we have Best Talk with a very special speaker all the way from Japan. We have to be grateful for technology so that she can be here with us, even though we are separated by like seas and thousands of kilometers, right? And in today's event, the topics will be about environment or analysis of microplastics in sea and river water. And Yukari, who already with us today, is from Environmental Control Center. So I know that she is very capable and very knowledgeable about this topic. So it is our honor to have you here, Yukari. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So before we start our session, I'd like to remind you guys to please open your camera. We want to see your beautiful and handsome faces so that we can get to know each other too. And today, there will be a greeting speech from our Kaprodi, Ibu Roro. Is Ibu Roro already here with us?
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for your time, Ibu Roro. So I will give you the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Mbak Salsa. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Ohayo, Yukari. Dear speaker from Japan, Yukari Oikawa. Ladies and gentlemen, students participating in the best talk. Dear, we are glad to welcome of ladies, gentlemen, and students at the best talk with theme analysis of microplastic in sea and river water. I am sorry ya, karena partisipasinya yang pesertanya banyak dari Indonesia, maka saya akan menggunakan bahasa Indonesia.
Ya,
Oke,
ya.
Oke, no, bisa bahasa Indonesia?
Ya bisa.
Yukari, bisa ya?
Bisa.
Oke, mantap. Saya tunggu kedatangannya di Indonesia, Yukari.
Iya.
Oke, thank you, Yukari. Jadi agenda ini adalah agenda rutin yang diselenggarakan oleh Prodi Pendidikan Biologi sebagai forum ya, untuk saling bertukar informasi dan juga menambah jejaring kerjasama serta meningkatkan potensi kolaborasi secara internasional. Thank you, Yukari. Dengan harapan ya bisa menumbuhkan inspirasi dari Bapak Ibu maupun mahasiswa dengan tema tersebut, maka akan menginspirasi misalnya untuk meneliti maupun untuk berwirausaha bagaimana menggunakan mikroplastik ya nanti sebagai enggak tahu mau dibuat bahan produk lain ya yang bisa digunakan yang ini ya yang berasal dari mikroplastik. Nah, selain itu informasi yang sangat penting bahwa kuliah di Prodi Pendidikan Biologi ini tidak hanya diajarkan tentang bagaimana menjadi guru biologi atau peneliti biologi yang tapi juga ada penunjang ya, penunjang keahlian di bidang wirausaha. Harapannya nanti setelah lulus itu bisa menjadi guru, peneliti maupun wirausaha yang profesional, itu harapan. Jadi acara ini sangat menginspirasi sekali ya untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian dan juga mahasiswa. Silahkan nanti diikuti ya sampai selesai sana karena kayaknya ini juga hal yang baru ya tentang mikroplastik seperti itu. Ya, demikian ya sambutan yang bisa saya sampaikan ya. Arigato Yukari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Bu Roro, for your welcome and for your greeting speech. Jadi salah satu yang saya rangkum dari yang disampaikan Bu Roro tadi adalah bahwa kita di sini di Prodi Pendidikan Biologi juga ingin mendengarkan berbagai macam penerapan di biologi terhadap lingkungan, terhadap yang lain-lain untuk bekal riset dan juga entrepreneurship. Jadi meskipun judulnya pendidikan biologi, tapi sebenarnya kalaupun kita akan jadi guru ya teman-teman, tentu saja pengetahuan kita harus luas juga gitu. Jadi banyak hal yang bisa kita pelajari dari sini. Thank you very much, Bu Roro. Okay,
Thank you, Mbak
so
Salsa.
before we start our main session with Yukari, I'd like to read a little bit about Yukari's life. So Yukari Oikawa from Tokyo University of Agriculture. She got Bachelor of Bioscience there. And Yukari, maybe you guys are surprised why Yukari can speak Indonesian. That's because she already spent more than 1 year as an exchange student and then work as an internship in Indonesia's company during 2017 until 2018. That's right, Yukari.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
that's why your Indonesian is very good. But obviously your Japanese is better, right? Okay, so Yukari majoring in bioscience and biogenetics and currently work as an environmental analyst in Environmental Control Center in Japan. So she has been working from 2021 until now. So today she's going to talk about one of the main research that she is currently doing. So you guys can pay attention, and then at the end of this session, there will be a chance for you guys to ask questions if you have a curiosity about a certain topic, or maybe like a general questions, that is okay too. So now we are going to give the stage to Yukari. You can start this speak. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Salsa. So I will try to. Oh, before that, could you all guys hear my voice clearly?
Yes,
Or is there any
hear your
problem?
voice clearly.
Okay. Okay. So I will share my PowerPoint. これはあ、それだ。よし。で、これをあ、こっち。Sebentar ya. あ、お。はい。こうね。お。オッケー。で、これはこれあれですよね。どうやってこれあれですかUdah bisa lihat nggak ya PowerPoint-nya?
Yes,
Okay.
we can see. All
Maybe
clear.
you can slideshow it.
いや。やってやるこれはあれですか全画面表示にするのはどうしてやるんですかここに出てこないんですけど、服が。あ、帰ってきた。ありがとうございます。で、OK? 大丈夫かなあ、でもこれあれじゃないですか。これのまま掲載されてませんはい。ほい。あれちょっと待って。Maaf ya, sebentar ya. Aku cinta.
Maybe Yukari can give the presentation to us and we will be presenting it from here. So we only need your voice narrating the presentation. Is that okay? Maybe the file you can give the file to Pak Mirza and then I will.
Itu beda. Apa ya? I edited a little bit after that.
Mungkin bisa dikirim lagi yang baru, Kak.
Oh,
Ya,
bentar ya.
jadi kita present. That is okay too.
So can you see the PowerPoint with full, the one with full or the one with note?
The one with note, yes.
Note.
Before this.
これはノート出てるって書いてある。言ってます。出てるね。
Or maybe Yukari, you can send the new one to me.
Yeah.
And
But
then
it's one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I would like to present the new one. You going to send to me the new presentation?
いや、新しく送り直しますか。これ、あれじゃない。表示設定で、それかはい、表示設定で、発表者ツール上の、これでダメでしょ。しよう。ちょっと待ってください。これはsorry. I will send you the new file right now. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so you send me to the email or by WhatsApp, you guys?
Email.
Okay.
Yeah. 送り直します。ファイルを送り直して、あっちで開いてもらいます。顔いらないので。いらないんだったらさっき出てたのにしたよね。フルサイズにMirza, sorry. Kalau ini gimana ya? Bisa lihat noteng atau enggak?
Could you just try it?
Belum share screen, Kak.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hidari desu. Kochi ka. 画面共有。で、これを。 Okay. How about this one? No?
Still not yet, Kak.
Maybe could you just slideshow the presentation?
Yeah, I put the button of slideshow, but it doesn't work.
Ah, see. How about this one, Yukari? Maybe if the presentation, I mean, the content is not too far from what do you want to deliver to us, just okay. This
it's
one,
far,
the last
sorry,
one.
so far.
Oh, it's so far, yeah. It's so far. Okay, okay then.
大丈夫です。もう送り直します。Sorry, ya guys.
Yeah, yeah. Never mind.
どっか行っちゃい
We're
ます。
waiting for you.
だけど、いえいえ、すいません。こちらからそれで準備してくれれば。これだけで怖いんですけど。これ使わないでやるのってできますか？ありがとうございます。Oh, how about this one?
Yes, it works, Kak.
Yeah, finally. I'm so sorry for making you guys wait for me. これは、これって消すんだ。これちっちゃくするのってどうですか？これでいいか。Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for waiting me. From now, I'm going to talk about analysis of microplastics in sea and river water. And today, thank you so much for preparing for this presentation time for me. I really appreciate it. あ、進まないんですけど、これは。So, I would like to introduce myself again. My name is YUKARI Oikawa. I'm from Japan in Saitama Prefecture. And Saitama is known as the hometown of Shinchan, you know, Crayon Shinchan, in the Satu Kampung sama Shinchan. So then I studied in Tokyo University of Agriculture and major in molecular bioscience and biogenetics. So if you are interested in RNA sequence or qRT-PCR or cDNA, you can visit my journal from the website of Plot One in this URL. Maybe you can ask to Pamirta later. And my hobby is traveling, and I like animals, and I like being nature, I like K-pops, and so on. So this is the photo of when Pamirta came to my laboratory. Here you can see Dr. Yasima, our professor, and here Mirza and me in 2018. Udah 6 tahun lalu, 5 tahun lalu ya. Yeah. Then in 2018 we went to skiing. You can see here, and we also went to Kamakura, one of the old city like Kyoto in Kanto region near Tokyo. And maybe you guys already No, I have a strong bond with Indonesia. So the first time when I was in the second grade of in the university, I visited Jakarta and Bali for sightseeing in 2015. Then I really liked Indonesia, so I decided to study agriculture and biology in IPB Institute Pertanian Bogor for 1 year as an exchange student. After that, I thought I don't want to go back to Japan, so I decided to work in Indonesia, in Jakarta, at a travel agency. And it's like 1.5 years, but due to the pandemic of coronavirus, I need to go back to Japan, and now I work in Japan. So before my presentation, I'd like to introduce my company. The name is Environmental Control Center, also known as ECC. It's an environmental consulting company with a focus on chemical analysis. Since its founding in 1971, we have been providing solutions to different environmental problems through monitoring services for air, water, and soil in the general environment, and monitoring and consulting services in the workplace for more than 50 years. So you can see here many kinds of our services. I'm sorry, but it's in Japanese. Mainly, our main service is monitoring and analysis and consulting environment. And before, around 2 years ago, we start to do the micro plastic analysis and consulting. And we also do agriculture related testing at the field. From here, I start to talk about plastics. So you guys, could you explain what the plastic is? Maybe you can imagine the plastic things like a pen or like a desk or something like that, but as explanation, it's a little bit difficult, right? So in ISO 472, plastics is defined like this: material which contains as an essential ingredient a high polymer and which at some stage in its processing into finished products can be shaped by flow. It's a bit difficult to understand. So this means polymeric material made of petroleum that has the capability of being molded or shaped, and usually by the application of heat and pressure, like this. So this is the examples of plastics, like polyethylene. You usually use as a plastic bag, polypropylene, and PVC, polyvinyl chloride, is used to make eraser, and polystyrene and PET, like PET bottles, and many kinds of plastics. So how about microplastic? Micro means super tiny, right? So it means fragments of any type of plastic less than 5 millimeters in length. So in length means not in width. So like fine, fiber is also microplastic. And the minimum size is not defined. This is because microplastics can be smaller and smaller once they were released in nature, maybe because of the wind or because of the tide, something like that. And in our company, ECC, we usually pick up microplastics, which more than 0.3 millimeters in length, and this size may differ. Third, why the problem of microplastics are hot now all over the world is mainly there are three reasons. The first one is they have a tendency of easily absorbing toxic chemicals, for example, PCB, dioxin, or DDT, and so on. The similarity of these toxic chemicals, PCB, dioxin, DDT, is they are lipophilic. Lipophilic means tending to combine with or dissolve in lipids, fats, or oil. So plastics are made of petroleum, right? And these toxic chemical substances is also like oily, I'd say, easy to be coated by oil. So plastics also can catch these toxic substances easily. And here I give an example. If you eat something oily, like rendang or like that, you need to detergent to wash, clean up the dishes, right? It's really difficult or impossible to wash the dish only with water. So same things can be said the relationship of microplastic and these chemical substances. The second one is microplastics is difficult to decompose naturally. It takes up to 100 years to decompose. I have read a journal and it said it takes 400 or 1,000 years to decompose plastics. It takes so long time. And the third one is due to the size of microplastic, it's really tiny. They can be spread all over the world easily. So now microplastics are found in Antarctica or the Arctic, and even in the atmosphere at the top of Mount Fuji in Japan. And bioconcentration is also concerned. Human beings may take MPS without notice from our foods. Here our foods or the plastic, if the plastic garbage which reach seashore are broken by sunshine or tide, and they catch the toxic substances while they drift in the ocean. And then some of microplastics get toxic substances like this, the purple one, and they are eaten by small plankton, small fish, and big fish, and then or contaminated in the salt, sea salt, and finally they served up in the table. A microplastic is likely to be harmful to the health of living things, including humans in the future or already now. And now you already understood how dangerous microplastics are. So here I'll share with you how to detect the microplastics in sea and river water. Actually, there is no law or standard about microplastics in Japan, or maybe no country had the law or standard. So we follow one guideline which is made by Ministry of Environment Japan. And the reason why we need to research microplastics in the river, not just a microplastic in the ocean, we need to research microplastics in the river. It's because plastics are moving from land to ocean. So like if there is garbage on land, they can drift from the river and finally they reach the ocean. And like this. This is the photo from newspaper I found. And this is the scenery of Hawaii seashore. Like that. And then this is the picture that shows how to collect or sampling the microplastic. We use a net like this. Our name is the plankton net, and the mesh sieve is 0.3 millimeters. And put the net into the river, heading to water flow, and collect the microplastics. After that, we wash the plankton net with pure water and collect the sample like this. Here already we can see the plastic fragments. And this sample is really dirty, right? So we need to clean it up in this process. So with H2O2, we decompose organic things. After that, using NIH, a heavy liquid separation. And after that, dry up, and we pick up microplastics one by one by hand, like this. It's super tiring process. And after that, we measure size and observe color and shape of microplastic using microscopy. So this is the example of polyacetylene fragments, and we should, let's say, we should differentiate the plastics with its color and its shape. So like it's film or the cubic, or like this one beads, or like fiber. And after that, we detect the plastic kind with FDIR, the Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, the name is. Yeah, it's I don't like this like mechanism because it's like a physics field and too complicated. So today you have to only understand two things, 2 points. This one. This machine is using infrared rays. And the second one is this machine able to detect solid, liquid, and gas sample. Anything can be detected by this machine. And the third one, F from FDIR is Fourier, Mr. Fourier, who find this special mechanism. So maybe you need to thank you, Mr. Fourier. And this is the way to use FDIR. So put the sample here on the stage. So before using stage, we need to clean up with ethanol. And then put the plastic fragment here. After that, we push the fragment by this arm. And this machine can detect what the kind of this plastic is with a graph, this one. This is the polyethylene graphic, yeah, polyethylene low density one. So we have a library here, and the library can detect what the kind of this plastic. And I said this machine can detect gas, liquid, and solid, right? So this is the example of a graph of atmosphere. So put nothing here and just start this machine. The result is like this. You can see this, the CO2. And here is water vapor in the atmosphere. So before I said plastics has many kinds of ada banyak macam gitu. Jadi polyethylene, this is a graph of polyethylene. This is a graph of PET. This is polypropylene. This is nylon. So every plastics has different graphs, so we can differentiate the plastics kinds. If the material is not plastic, the graph is become like this. Different. You can see the difference. But this method has difficulties. Maybe you already can imagine this is so super tailing because we need to focus on sample, and it takes time to avoid loss or contamination of samples. Or one sample, I mean the one glass of water includes a few thousand of microplastic fragments. So it takes time to finish all of the analysis. And there are the limitation to analyzable size because picking up the microplastic fragments is by human eyes. So if we cannot see, we cannot analyze. And we need to move to automation and mechanization to make microplastics analysis easier. And nowadays, some people are already finding and developing the method, which is full of automated and mechanized. But it needs super expensive machine. So we ECC cannot buy the machine yet. Maybe I need to ask to my boss first. So my presentation is actually until here. And I want to tell you guys, if you have opportunity to come to Japan, and if you have free time and want to visit our laboratory, we are always open for you. So don't hesitate to visit us. And then if there's something you want to ask me, feel free to contact me. You can visit me via email or WhatsApp. Oke, sampai di sini. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Yukari. So I'm going to lead the question session for now. So you guys have already paid attention, right? From the presentation, there are very interesting information. First, Yukari told us about what is microplastic and why microplastic is very harmful for the environment, and microplastic will be harmful for us too, human. So there are several ways to several steps to detect and analyze microplastic. And then I am going to give the opportunity for anyone here who wants to ask questions. You guys can raise your hand if you want to talk, but if you want to type the questions to the meeting chat, that is okay too, but we hope you guys will talk first, okay? So anyone? There are
It's okay.
around how many people here? Around 50 people, and
goodness.
maybe several more because one account usually is used by several students. So anyone, you can ask in Indonesian, okay? Don't be afraid. Or you can ask, or you can ask in Japanese if you can. That is also okay.
Okay.
So actually, I'm here. At first, I'm going to translate if any of you giving questions in Indonesian. But apparently, Yukari is already fluent in Indonesian. So thank you for easing my job.
Not really. So please help me.
Okay, so there is questions from Fico. He typed it in the meeting chat, so I'm going to read it. So from Imanda Adrian Fico, he asked, is it possible that microplastics carried by droplets to the atmosphere? As you said in the earlier, microplastic can be found even on top of the Mount Fuji. Okay, so that's the questions. Yeah, maybe like more about, maybe you can tell us more about how microplastic can spread around the world and things like that.
So like, microplastic can be delivered with droplets. Also, just by the wind can be delivered, because here in Japan we have strong wind from the area of China. So every winter, very strong wind comes from China, and some microplastics are delivered with the wind till the top of the Mount Fuji. Yeah.
Okay. Also, because the small size of microplastic, wind already enough to move it from one place to another, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So not only in the river, oceans, but also in the mountains, you can find.
Mountains, in the mountains, atmosphere,
Atmosphere.
not the ground. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I have a question for you, Yukari. So what is the most interesting finding from your research so far about microplastic? Maybe like things that you find interesting that you and your team have already researched about up until now?
The most interesting finding is sometimes we can know, or we can perspect where the source of the plastic is. So for example, if there is a green and fiber fragments, and it's polyethylene or polypropylene, and if the samples is from the river, and if the river, near the river there is a soccer stadium, maybe the soccer stadium is the results of the plastic, because some soccer stadium has the artificial grass on the ground in the soccer field. So maybe the green polypropylene fiber fragment is from the soccer stadium, like this. Sometimes we can know where they are from.
Okay, so the way that you guys research, you can find the source of the microplastic. Okay,
Yes.
and so what are actually the bigger purpose of your research? I mean, like maybe you guys have like this huge dream, or maybe like your team want to reach something or find something. What is that?
Actually, our study is not for ourselves, for our customers.
So usually, what are the purpose? Yeah, what are the purpose of your customer want to have this river analyzed?
マイクロプラの依頼の目的は何ですか？
排出源を調べたり、どういうプラスチックが傾向と、結局こういうプラスチックに対して、プラスチックを伝えようとしていて、どういうものが川に入っていて、全部知りたい。
Okay, so my boss advised gave advice me. He said it's because our customer mainly the government or the city, so the common, not the private company, like the common government, and they want to know how the microplastics can be delivered from river to ocean. So they want to detect the source of the plastics, and in the future they want to make effort to reduce the amount of the microplastics. That's the reason.
So you're the part of research team that want to help the government. Maybe like in the future they will have laws and standards regarding the microplastic. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is another questions from Dewi Kartika. Can coastal plastic waste have a significant impact on marine microplastics?
Actually, I'm not. I don't know the answer of this question. Sorry.
Also, like maybe like coastal plastic is the plastic we can find in beach, like in the right. So but you guys are concentrating in river, right? Okay. So maybe like YUKARI's team concentrate on river, but we know that all river will end in ocean. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
like
right.
maybe like after the microplastic get into the river, the tide will get the microplastic into the ocean. Also the same with coastal, right? Like in the beaches and things like that. So maybe that's there is similarity there. Okay.
Yes.
And then there is another question from Rafiuddin. Besides picking up the MPs manually and make people realize the danger of microplastics, are there any other methods to prevent the spread of microplastic, maybe using technology?
It's not using technology, but it's really a classic way. But maybe you guys wear the clothes made from plastic. No one wear the 100% from cotton, right? So when you use washing machine, you put the clothes into the net with the tiny mesh. You can prevent the plastic fiber to getting out from the clothes. Yeah. So it's not technology, but yeah, you can in daily life.
Oh, so I think it is connected with the next questions. How do we contribute to reducing microplastics to the environment? So what are ways that we can do besides you have already explained about we have to be careful about what we put in the washing machine so that there is no segments of plastics that goes into it and then going to the river, right? And is there any other ways?
Or maybe when I lived in Indonesia, I often saw the garbages like pet bottles or the films from snacks on the road. Maybe many of that can be a microplastic, right? So you can throw away the garbage in the garbage box. That's so important, I think.
So that we have to be mindful of our surrounding to put the garbage in its place, right?
Yeah.
Because there are still many rivers in Indonesia, not only polluted by microplastic, but like the large plastic itself.
Yes, yes.
So I can imagine if you do the research in Indonesian's river, maybe we can compare the numbers, and the numbers will be very high compared to the research you guys have done in Japan, right? Because like in Japan, usually the rivers are already clean if you do not look up into the bottom, or like if you do not only use your eyes, yeah, it looks clean, but there are still many microplastic. But in Indonesia, you see one glance and it is already full of garbage, plastic like that, so that the microplastic will be much higher.
Yeah, maybe it can be.
So maybe, Yukari, you think we can use the methods that your company use and then implement it in Indonesia, and then we can try to get the numbers, because I'm actually also curious.
Oh, really?
Okay, so there are another questions from, there is this person named Astri. Hello, Astri. Thank you for joining our seminar. So she is from other university, which is Polytechnic Negeri Madura. So the question is how to determine the location to get a good sample for microplastic. So maybe like the sampling technique, how do you choose the best location to get the sample?
Location. マイクロプラのサンプリングにいい場所っていうのは、何メートル、0.5メートル川。
難しいセーフ。
1.5?
表層を取ってたよね。
はい。So mostly plastics have a tendency to float in the water. So we use the plankton net with the diameter about 330 centimeters. And so the depth, if this is in the case of river, so the river depth needs maybe over 50 centimeters to cover up all of the diameter of the plankton net. Selain itu mungkin ada ya.
Maybe also like how deep is the river usually? Because I see from the picture is actually shallow river, right? That you guys.
Yeah.
So
on the surface, maybe the surface of the river.
But berarti pernah coba sungai yang dalam gitu nggak Kak? Jadi kayak harus naik perahu gitu terus ke tengah-tengah.
Kalau itu ya surface aja.
Surface aja karena dari atas.
Ya.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys, please talk with me.
Yes. Maybe there are other questions you from now on. I'd like to ask you guys who wants to ask questions to open your camera and talk to us, because I don't want Yukari to only remember me.
Ya, saya sayang deh. Semuanya ayo. Ayo guys.
Maybe you guys are curious. Maybe like, Yukari, what K-pop groups do you like?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's good question.
Apa emang Yukari suka grup K-pop apa?
Saya suka apa ya? Twice.
Oh, Twice. Yeah.
BTS.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
But maybe Pamirza wants to ask question.
Right. Well, actually, thank you, Mbak Salsa. Well, actually, I would like to give kind of opportunity to Mr. Eko Cahyono first. Hello, Mr. Eko.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Eko.
Mr. Eko have a question, but he write on the meeting chat. So please just come out and then speak with Yukari first. Eka Cahyana to join with us.
Mhm. So, sorry, Mbak Salsa, could you read the question from Mr. Eko?
Yes,
me?
because Mr. Eko, I don't think he is still here.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I think he's already out from the Zoom. So the question is, in Yukari's view, microplastic in Indonesia,
Mhm.
do you think it is already in worrying level or are still at a safe level? Or maybe you can tell us, is there any threshold that we can say that, oh, this level is already dangerous, or it's still normal? Is there any measurement like that?
Maybe every guys already know the answer, right?
Mhm.
It's already danger, I think. Yeah, because every environmental pollution is the same. Every pollution in the environment get crazy or mad while we think, oh, it's still okay, but it's not okay actually. So I think same thing can be said in microplastics.
So like the microplastic concentration itself, is it related to or affected by weather or maybe season in Japan?
Yes, sometimes.
So like how does weather or season affects the concentration of microplastic in the river in Japan?
So like I said before, if in winter the strong wind can bring microplastic from the China area, and if in summer we have typhoon season, rainy season, super heavy like storm season in summer around August, September, October. So microplastics can be delivered by rain or wind, strong wind from Philippines or Pacific area. So maybe after the strong rain, heavy rain, the concentration of microplastic in the river increase.
Okay. So thank you, Yukari, for your insightful presentation. Do you have any pesan or like maybe like pesan penyemangat for us students? You have graduated maybe like 6 years ago, right? So maybe you can remember how does it feel to be a student in biology area. Maybe you have like several advice or things like that to us. You can explain it.
Maybe in Indonesia ya.
Oh ya, mungkin
Ya,
bahasa Indonesia aja.
bahasa Indonesia maybe.
Iya,
Okay.
biar semuanya bisa
Ya,
paham.
jadi semua mahasiswa saya ini tertarik untuk datang ke Jepang ya.
Iya.
Jadi,
in English first and then translate to Indonesia.
okay,
It is
That's
my
okay, Pak.
suggestion.
I will
That's-
Before
try.
you take conclusions, please take conclusion in English first and then translate to Indonesia. We are learning together about English then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so bilingual,
The
Kak.
positive thing, understand English and also the main material.
So first of all, thank you so much for your time to come to my presentation today. I really appreciate it, everyone's presence here. And like I said, when I studied in IPB, I really respected our friends, my friends, because I have heard that many Indonesian students have a lot of homeworks, right? Homeworks and tests, small tests, practicum, every day, and everyone studies at midnight, something sampai midnight. So I really respected Indonesian students, and I think your efforts never forbid you. So if you have dream, or if you want to come to Japan, maybe you can, pasti you can. Like Pamirta came to Japan for his master degree. Yeah, master degree. Yeah. And yeah, don't forget you have you already have a friend in Tokyo, me, Yukari. So yeah, if you have question, yeah, anything is okay. How can I get a scholarship to go to Japan or something like that? Maybe I can be your help to find the information. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Yukari. And one last question from me. From from the story of your life, I think you are a very courageous person because you have this mindset that you want to explore and then you want to meet new people, you want to go to a new place. But I think not everyone has that mindset. I think some of us wants to be in our comfortable zone. We are afraid to break through from our comfortable zone. So do you have any tips for that? How to change that mindset?
Thanks. Just
Oh.
continue to have curiosity, I think. Yeah. What is that? I want to know more like that.
So you are always you're always been a curious person, like you want to so you ask many things, so you want to try new things like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's something to be proud of, I think, because not everyone care enough to ask many questions about our surrounding. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you
Mas
very
Salsa.
much, Yukari.
Mas Salsa,
Yeah.
maybe I would like to deliver one more question to Yukari. Is it okay?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, actually, it's not a question, actually, Yukari, but maybe this is kind of is there any opportunity for our student to come to Japan to your sorry,
Place?
your place? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, is there any kind of internship or something so you can share to us? And then I would like to make it seriously. Yeah, our department make it seriously. Then maybe in the next maybe 2 and then 3 years. In the next 3 years, we're going to send our student as the internship student to your yeah. Is there any kind of possibility for this?
That I will ask to my boss.
Yeah, of course. As long as your boss still beside you, yeah.
いいんじゃないですか。
Uh, okay, he said. Okay.
Oh, wow. Wow, interesting.
Yes.
この会社にはいろんな国の方が今まで来ています。
Oh, so our company actually there are some people from abroad, like from Korea, from China, from Myanmar, from Vietnam. So maybe siapa yang jadi orang Indonesia yang pertama di sini?
Nah, that's the important thing, I think, to all my students, also other students from other university, because one thing that I can't reach my dream is to go abroad. I mean, to have kind of a job in abroad. So maybe my student will have it, yeah, in the future. Maybe Mbak Salsa and others. Is there any possibility also to have kind of job position in your company right now? So could you please just ask to your boss? Is it possible? Yes, of course. We can enhance kind of opportunity to all my students. Yeah, to giving a patient, giving motivation to have a job abroad. Maybe, perhaps so. And Yukari, one thing, maybe in the future, I right now I try to apply for Kurita. Do you know Kurita? Kurita grant.
Yeah, I
Kurita
know.
grant. I applied the Kurita grant for the microplastic.
Oh.
Well, yeah, perhaps that. Yeah, I still pursuing the best result, but I don't know. Well, I'm pursuing to analyze the microplastic as a factor of bacterial the bacterial, yeah, because you know the microplastic, as you told before, that microplastic as a factor of kind of dogs, DDT or others, and then
Toxin.
also not only the toxin, but it's also the bacteria, right, as a biofilm. So I would like to analyze it, and then if it's goal, I mean, if my proposal will accepted, so I'm going to ask you to to join with us. Yeah. Well, yeah. It located in here in Brantas River as the second largest river in the Java Island.
Mm-mm.
So maybe you can come here and then we analyze together. Yeah.
Well, sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds so interesting. And also I'm going to ask some of students, of course, so they can meet you personally.
Oke. Ayo makan bersama.
Ayo makan bersama. Alright, good.
Harus ke Indonesia lagi, Kak, biar nggak lupa bahasa Indonesianya.
Good. Okay, thank you, Yukari, and also Mbak Salsa.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Mirza. I'd like to summarize what we have been talking about, guys. So, Kak Yukari here, she has already answered many of our questions. So, the most important thing for us as a biology student, I think, because we have more understanding about environment, so we have to practice it into our daily life, right? We have to be able to nurture our nature. So like because nature is have many resource that human needs, so we have to care about it too, including the river and the oceans and other nature. So thank you, Kak Yukari, for your time. We'd love to meet you in person in Indonesia. We are looking forward to it. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih banyak.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih ya, guys.
Terima kasih banyak, Yukari.
Yes. So everyone, this is the end of our session. We thank you guys for joining our talk today. We hope that you can get inspired. So I am definitely inspired, and not only about the microplastic aspect, but also about the possibility of having a collaborative research with people from all around the world. I think that's the most important message we can get today, because we know that research and science, we can work alone, right? So we as researchers have to work together from all around the world, and that's the beauty of science, I think. Thank you very much, everyone. We hope you can guys stay tuned for the next best talk from Prodi Pendidikan Biologi. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you once more. Thank you, Yukari.
Arigato.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Jangan lupa untuk isi presensi ya. Untuk presensinya bisa langsung diisi dan kalian akan mendapatkan sertifikat secara online, langsung melalui email. Oke? Sekali lagi untuk presensinya silahkan diisi dan nanti kalian akan mendapatkan email terkait dengan sertifikat kalian. Thank you, Yukari. Arigatou gozaimasu.